Hey, Ogden.
What's up?
The dog food capital city of the world, right? Is anybody else craving kibbles and bits? Stepped out of my car today. It's the first thing I thought of. Does anybody work at the dog food factory? Liars. Somebody does in here, that's for sure. Guys, I'm glad you're here, but I have to be honest, I'm more glad that I'm here. I came from a long ways away, and not really a long ways miles-wise, but it was like a different world. It's called Provo. You guys heard of it? Man, that place, it changes people. I'm serious. I've been down there for like 4 years now, and I'm scared of Jehovah's Witnesses too. I'm sorry. Me too. That's right. So I have to say, guys, I was at the mall just the other day. I was down at Fashion Place, and you guys seen this? There's this new store. They're selling human skin boots. You guys seen this? Have you guys seen it? They're selling American human skin boots for like $1,000. Crazy, right? The Canadian ones are only $9.99. You know, and the salesperson, he walked me over to like the clearance rack, you know, and there were the Middle Eastern ones that were there too, and they were, you know, pretty cheap. He just said keep them away from open flames because they're highly flammable and explosive. He did say that the black ones were good for everything, except swimming. That was just for you, Curtis. Oh, but one thing he did warn me about is if you buy the female one, the female version of the boots, they're more often they're more comfortable and they break in a lot easier, but they break down over every single little problem. He did say that duct tape works great, just like on my girlfriend. As you can tell, I don't communicate with the females very well. I haven't had a steady girlfriend in a long time. She has Parkinson's. Oh, you guys are fun. I like this. This is a lot of fun. Actually, that's not true. I actually am engaged. I'm supposed to get married in 8 days. Thanks. I'm actually 27, so I'm no longer a menace to society, I guess. And it's kind of crazy because now I have to like change. I do things differently. I can't brush my teeth with my shirt off because she doesn't like to see my belly jiggle, you know. And there's all sorts, and everybody knows that there's these differences between guys and girls, right? But this was just a story that just happened a little while ago that just kind of shows the difference. But I was laying in bed with my fiance. It was like 2:30 in the morning. We were fast asleep, and her phone rings. And I don't know about you guys, but when I get a phone call at 2:30 in the morning, I just, you know, avoid it or ignore it or throw it across the room or whatever. But she sits up, looks to see who it is. It was her best friend, so of course she answers it, you know. She expects there to be something wrong, and there really was. I guess she broke up with her boyfriend or something, so of course, yeah, she invites her over, which means I have to sleep on the couch so that they can geek about how big of an asshole this guy is. And I have to be honest, I think he's an asshole too, because now I'm sleeping on the couch. Ruined my night. But just the very next morning, she comes out, she wakes me up, and she's like, honey, why don't you have conversations like that with your friends? And guys, you know this just as well as anybody, but she didn't quite understand, so the next night I set my alarm for 2:30 in the morning. It goes off, I wake her up, I call my best friend, I'm like, oh, hey, dude, I really had pussy, hung up. He had no idea what I was going to say. She just doesn't really get it. And then everybody's been in like these situations where you start fighting with somebody, you know, and you say something you don't really mean to, somebody gets really heated. And this just happened to me the other day. I was getting in a fight with my fiance, and what I tried to say was, can we be adults about this and not call each other names? But what I actually said was, shut up, whore! Yeah, that's right, whore. Why did I you say that? And I've got to be honest, I have no idea how to come back from that. I'll tell you what I did, and this was the wrong thing to do. And karate chopped her in the throat to prove I was right. Sucked. You know, so I had to make up for it. So I asked her what she wanted me to do, and she wanted me to go to Target to buy her tampons. I karate chopped her in the throat. She made me go buy tampons. And ladies, you can attest to this, but there are a lot of tampons on that wall, right? You know, I'm looking tampons. But the hardest part is when somebody walks by, you can't be pretending to look at something else, you know, Tampax, pearls, somebody walks by, flip around. Adult diapers! I don't know what's worse. I am gonna have this, like, and everybody knows that there's, like, guys, we know how to be sweet, we just don't know when to be sweet. And that's our biggest problem. You know, girls don't know that, but I was actually sweet just the other day. I promise. I couldn't tell you what it was, but she told me it was. But, and you just think about the lengths that guys go to like get girls. You know, when you first start dating, guys are always bragging about how much money they make and what kind of car they drive. And sometimes we'll even print off pictures of little African babies with the flies on them and tell you that we adopted them, right? Just to prove that we're sensitive, you know? You guys didn't like that punchline very much. All right, we'll move on. This is going to offend people at first, but you just got to hear me out really quick. And I think that girls have it way easier than guys do. I really do. If you're a girl, well, hear me out. Just hear me out really quick. I know you need attention, but...
The man has the microphone.
Well played.
Has the microphone.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Oh, but girls, you only have to be hot, right? Like, if you have a hot girlfriend, you don't expect her to cook or clean or do the dishes. But guys, we have to be, like, smart and strong and good with kids. And the worst part is we have to pretend like we don't hear when you fart. We'll be flying down the freeway going like 90 miles an hour. If you roll down that window, I know what you're doing. Why do you make me pretend like I don't? And I'm going to tell you guys a story really quick. It's and she hates when I tell this story, so I kind of apologize. But we were making out, you know, it was when we first started dating, and I really thought that she was getting into it. I really thought she was getting, you know, starting to like it. And then she stopped, and she pulled back, and she was like, "What are you thinking about right now?" And, you know, ladies, I hate when you ask that question because most of the time, I'm thinking of some pretty weird shit. Picturing you naked, Ninja Turtles maybe. Maybe I'm picturing you as a Ninja Turtle and you're sliding your shell off. How am I supposed to explain that to you? Okay, so don't ask, please. You know, I was talking to this guy the other day, and we were talking about our favorite holidays, and somehow Black History Month came up, and he was like, if there's a Black History Month, there should be a White History Month. And I was like, oh, I thought every month was White History Month. But, you know, I kind of started to think about it a little more and, you know, decide what we were going to celebrate. You know, we could celebrate like great white people, like George Washington, or like Chuck Norris, maybe. The Country Music Channel just replay Walker, Texas Ranger over and over and over again. And all the infomercials would be for the Total Gym, you know. Do you guys see that commercial? I grew up watching that, hoping that I could be like Chuck Norris and roundhouse kick people with my American flag hammer pants on. Oh yeah, but you know, but that's kind of the thought around. Like, it's kind of crazy that that thought still exists. You know, we have our first Black president in the White House right now, right? Woo!
Yeah.
You guys love Barack Obama, I see. No, and this is kind of why this is what made me think that, because a lot of people don't like him, but I think it's because he's not really that black. Like, Bill Clinton is way more black than Barack Obama is. I mean, if you think about it, he loves jazz, he plays the saxophone, smokes a lot of reefer, and he loves fat chicks.